Okay, next part. Ria needs to email the photograph. She compresses the photograph before sending it using an email. Describe two lossy methods that Ria can use to compress the photograph. Now, this is a photograph, which is an image. Image is made up of pixels. Okay, image is made up of pixels. So this is an image. These are pixels. First of all, number of pixels in the image is what? Resolution. You can reduce resolution. Second, there is a color depth. Color depth means number of bits saved per pixel, because number of bits saved per pixel are holding a number which is basically the color number that is meant to be shown in that particular pixel. If you compromise on the number of colors that this image may have, let's say if you are saving 3 bits per pixel, it means that you would have 8 colors. So if you increase it by 2, you will have 4 colors rather. So you compromised on colors from 8 to 4, but you saved 1 bit per pixel. So this will reduce the number of colors, but also reduce the size of the file. But whatever the bit that you lose will lose basically a color range. Okay. Since if you can observe from 8 to 4 colors, so we can reduce colors. Okay. Reduce bit depth, reduce colors or bit depth. Okay. Image resolution, colors, and bit depth. That's it. These are 2 methods. Now you would have to define these. Reduce resolution. We will have, image will have rather, image will have less pixels. You can write fewer pixels per image. Reduce colors means fewer image will have less colors or fewer colors. Okay. Colors to store. This will reduce the size. In both of the cases, you are reducing number of bits, means it is lossy. Okay. Sir, if an image has 256 color, it will have 256 red, 256 green. No, Bhavish, it's not that way. It's not that. 256 colors means it will have a bit depth of 2 to the power 8. Okay, red, green, blue, you do not get indulged in it. We are not actually, yes, one color is made up of R, G, and B, but you don't have to get indulged in that depth. So just leave it. You just take it on its face value with it. So if it is 256 color, it means that there are 8 pixels, 8 bits are being used. Okay. ओके सर, तो इन इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफ JPEG इमेज ये दोनों होते हैं क्या? यस सर, कुछ क्वेश्चंस आते हैं फाइल साइज कैलकुलेट करने के, हम नंबर्स ऑफ कलर्स देख के इस तरह नंबर बिट्स बता सकते हैं, बिल्कुल बता सकते हैं. सुमान सर, आई हैव रेगुलर फिजिक्स. ओके. what is difference in Kiwi and KB? In Kiwi, you use 1024 factor, and in KB, you use 1000 factor. Question number 6. A shop sells plants to customers. The shop manager has a relational database to keep track of the sales. The database plant sales has the following structure. So plant has primary key of plant name, quantity in stock, cost. Customer ID is primary key, first name, last name, address, email. Purchase ID is primary key and customer ID is foreign key. Purchase item is having purchase ID as primary key and plant name as primary key. So it means that they both are basically compound keys or composite keys. Okay, so let's make the relationship plant purchase item purchase. We make many site where we have foreign key. So we have foreign key over here, purchase item. This is foreign key. This is foreign key as well. This is foreign key as well. So these two foreign keys are making up one primary key, which is made up of two fields. That is why we call it compound key. But these keys are also foreign keys. They are attached to their respective. Okay, then we have customer ID. Customer ID is related to purchase. So customer. So this is the ERD, entity relationship diagram of this particular database. So it seems that it is fully normalized database, I don't think there is any discrepancy in it. The database is normalized. The table lists the following three stages of the normalization. The first stage is from a database that is not normalized, zero normal form to first normal form. The second stage is from first normal form to second normal form. The third stage is from second normal form to third normal form. Remove any partial key dependencies. Partial key dependencies is first to second normal form. Partial key dependency means that if a table has this partial key dependency only applied to compound key wala table. All right, so only applies to tables which have compound key. Now, all the non-keys in that compound key holding table should be fully dependent on all parts of the compound key. If any of the non-key we call non-key to those keys which are not primary key or compound. If any of the non-key is dependent on one part of the compound key but not other part of the compound key, this is said to be the partial dependency. All right, so this is first to second normal form. Once we reduce this partial dependency, then it becomes in second normal form. Otherwise, it remains in first normal form. So this is first to second normal form. Remove any repeating groups of elements. Removing any repeating group of element is an effort from 0NF to 1NF to find a primary key. Until unless we have repeating elements, we cannot apply a primary key, because primary keys first and foremost requirement is to have all the elements unique. So if these are repeating elements, we cannot make them unique. So this is an effort from zero normal form to first normal form. Once you remove these repeating groups, then you will be able to find a primary key. Remove any non-key dependencies. Non-key dependencies are basically, hold on. Okay. Now, remove any non-key dependency. So this is second to third normal form. This is non-key dependency. Okay. Now, draw an entity relationship diagram. You see, we have already drawn a diagram. Plan to purchase item, it is one to many. So plan to purchase item, it is one to many. Purchase to purchase item, it is one to many. Customer to purchase, it is one to many. All right. So we have completed it. The shop manager uses database management system. Describe the purpose and content of the data dictionary. So now what is data dictionary? Data dictionary is basically a file kept by the database management system or the software like Microsoft Access or Microsoft SQL Server maintained by itself. Okay. Why it does maintain it? For the reason to know how many tables are there, what is their relationship, how many fields are there, what are the types of the field, and what are the table names, what are the validation rules that you have applied to the fields of the table, what are the data types, what are the primary and foreign keys, and how the relationships are maintained. All of this data is about the database and not the data. All right. So this file is sometimes called metadata. What? Metadata. Data about the data. Okay, so this is basically the data dictionary. So now describe the purpose and the content of the data dictionary. It stores metadata about the database. It has table names, field names, field or attributes, names, validation rules applied, validation rules, relationships, primary foreign keys, number of table columns per table, etc. So this actually holds all of it. All right. Now, part C, the shop manager uses both DDL and DML statements to create and search the data. Complete the DML statement to return the total number of items purchased. Total number of items was quantity over here. Total number of items in purchase item table. Total number of items purchased with the purchase ID of 3011A. Now you have to pay attention to it. It is a string. Okay. So select sum of quantity from purchase item where purchase ID is equal to 3011A. All right, so this is basically something that gives you 4 marks. So this is important. Select sum of quantities from purchase item where purchase ID is equal to 3011A. Write DDL. DDL statement to include a field means alter table. This is alter table. Alter table. DDL statement to include a field means add column. Alter table purchase, add column, date of the order, order date. Order date of type DDL की commands क्या हैं? मतलब I am unable to understand them. Like varchar, no. DDL is SQL, has DML and DDL. DML is about records, data. DDL is about architecture, as in table, database, relationships, validations, etc. Commands in DML, we have got select, insert into, to add record, select to find record, delete from, to delete record, and update set, to update records. These are the commands for DML. DDL, we have got create database, create table. We have drop database, drop table. We have alter table. Alter table, add column, drop column, modify column. These are the SQL commands that is in your syllabus. Okay, so this is alter table, add column, order date as date data type. Okay, so this is your DDL command. So what is the difference between file-based approach and relational database? File-based approach is like the filing that you have done in your syllabus, that you input a record and store it as a text file. Whereas the database is complete software relational database management system in which you have tables, relationship, everything enforced. Yes, Bhavish. Modify column only changes the data type. Exactly. Sir, can you show the DDL DML once? Yes, I can show it. All right. Okay, question number 7. Computer has system software. System software is basically the mother of operating system. Everything includes. The operating system is a system software as well. The operating system handles interrupts. The operating system handles interrupts. Tick one box in each row to identify whether each event is an example of a hardware interrupt or software interrupt. So let's see. Buffer full. It is software interrupt. Printer is out of paper. That is hardware interrupt. User has pressed a key on the keyboard. Hardware interrupt. Division by 0 is a software interrupt. Power failure is hardware interrupt. Stack overflow, that is a software interrupt. Describe the file management task that an operating system performs. Now, file management tasks. Storage is formatted. Divided into sectors using tracks and their divisions. Allocation units. Okay, so when we purchase a disk, let's say disk has some material on top of it which is not properly able to store the data. So this is magnetized material. So what we do, we first format it. So tracks are created. Then these tracks are divided. So this one division is allocation. This is called sectors. Okay. So these are file allocation units. All right. Method of storage मैनेजमेंट जो हमने यहाँ पर डिस्कस किया है दैट इज फैट फाइल एलोकेशन टेबल फैट और फैट 32 is file allocation table or NTFS. Nowadays, all of the days which use Windows or whatever, they are NTFS based file storage management system. All right. Actually, this is basically on the disk part. Now the software part. It helps maintain folder structure, folder or directory structure, or directory tree structure rather. Directory tree structure. Tree structure means we have got folders, and inside there are other folders, and there are other folders. It helps maintain security, access rights, and passwords. It helps file operations, like copy, paste, move, open, close, delete, etc. Okay, so storage is basically formatted, divided into sectors using tracks and their divisions. These sectors are as file allocation units. Method of the storage management is FAT or NTFS, file allocation table or new technology file system. It helps maintain folders or directory tree structure. Tree structure as in we have got one folder and then we have other folder inside it, and if we get into one folder, then we have further subfolders, and this is how we get into it. That is how we basically think about folders or the files. This is called tree structure. It helps maintain security, access rights, and password. It helps files operations like copy, paste, move, open, close, delete, whatever. Okay. Identify two utility programs. Now, what utility programs do we have? We have defragmenter, we have this formatter, we have antivirus, we have disk repair and maintenance, disk repair and not maintenance, analysis, checking, disk checking. And we have just all of these, that's it. So this is of 4 marks. Disk cleaner, any utility software? I don't think disk cleaner was part of it. Might be in the marking scheme, but it doesn't say about disk cleaner in your syllabus. Okay. So defragmentation first. Defragmentation. Defragmentation means due to broken files into scattered sectors, file retrieval, not file retrieval, rather file access. Becomes time consuming. Defragmenter put all related units together and white space adjacent to make future file operations fast. Okay, now let's take antivirus. What do we call it here? Virus checker. Whenever a file is downloaded or locally accessed, it is checked for virus, malware. To protect data and virus replication or damage. Okay. What is white space adjacent? What is a white space adjacent? White space means all the available space. So you have got a disk. Over the disk, either you have files or empty space. So that empty space is called white space. So when you defragment, all the fragments means all the units of the files, they come together. Every single file is either adjacent means by each other. So every single file is either vertically or horizontally come adjacent to each other. That is how when all the files are collected together, all the white space comes separate on one side. So whenever a new file will be stored, it will be stored in adjacent white space available sectors anyway. Okay, so the overall speed of access and all will be increased. Okay.